Today, I got two new additions to my setup, the Elgato Wave XLR and the Rode Pod mic, so I thought I'd unbox it with you guys. I have the Wave XLR at $120 refurbished, and I picked up the Rode Pod mic for $100 new from my local micro center, but I worked there, so the actual price I paid was a bit lower, roughly $160 after tax. Originally, I had the Shure MV7 microphone, now around $225, connected via USB. However, the Pod mic offers really good audio quality for a significantly lower price, and the Wave XLR allows me to adjust my volumes more efficiently and use the Wavelink software to separate my programs into different audio channels, allowing me to adjust volumes for each program without affecting the other and without affecting the stream. I just want to make it clear this video is not sponsored. I mean, it came out of my pocket anyways, but I've been wanting to get into reviews, so I couldn't find a better opportunity to do it than this. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll be leaving timestamps right about now to the installation process, and I'll have links to all of the stuff mentioned in the description. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and recommend more stuff for me to review in the comments below. Okay, so the Wave XLR connects to your PC via a USB-C to A cable, and also includes ports for a headphone jack and an XLR mic. You don't have to use the headphone one, but it kind of defeats the purpose of the device if you don't use it, so use it. I took a lot of these shots on my lunch break, and I can't afford a stabilizer yet, so I don't want to see any slander in my comments. Absolutely none. It's the first time I'm really pushing myself to use my camera, so I'm satisfied with how it all came out. But as far as aesthetics go, I love the feel and design of these products, and what you've been hearing this whole time is me using said products. So you decide for yourself. Decide for yourself how you think it sounds. All right, so if you don't plan on picking up these products, or if you don't have these products currently, I would say you could stop the video here. The rest of the video is mostly me just optimizing my Wavelink for my OBS and my streams. So like I said, if you don't have them already, you don't necessarily need to see the rest of the video unless you just need something to push you a little further to pick up the stuff, in which case, keep going with me. But if you're just looking for my general opinion at this point, I will say for the price that I paid, honestly, I love these two products. The Pod mic was only $100, at least for the general consumer. Like I said, I work at Micro Center, so I get the stuff discount, you know, just throwing that out there. But for $100, this microphone honestly sounds very good. And if you understand EQ and VST plugins, you can honestly get a lot more out of this microphone than I'm currently getting out of it. I love how it sounds right now, but I have absolutely no understanding of VST plugins and equalizers. I will go find a YouTube video and I will literally just copy whatever that YouTuber's settings are, but I have no understanding of it myself. So if you feel like you can push yourself a little further to get that knowledge of the, you know, the VST plugins, then you can honestly do a lot with this microphone. I personally, I like how this microphone sounds more than I liked how my MV7 sounded. That one, but alone as a USB microphone, was $200 plus. This microphone is $100, and I got the Wavelink on the side with it. So it was a huge deal. And that's just how I feel about the Pod mic. The Wave XLR also is just as amazing to me. Being able to separate my audio channels into different lanes while all funneling through into one specific channel for the stream is just so important to me. I like the idea of being able to separate my mic from my Spotify, from my game, from Discord, being able to adjust the volumes for each of them without affecting my overall volume of all things coming through my PC. And I feel like it's honestly a nice step forward for any content creator that wants to jump up their audio quality for their streams. Not to mention, if I can change the volume for myself without affecting the people in my streams, which is important to me, because if it seems quiet to me and I bump it up to max, I don't want to blow out my chat's ears, you know? So like I said, the Wave XLR, huge pickup. And for the price point that I got it at, it was 120 refurb. I'm okay with buying refurb stuff. Like I said, my job is right there. I can always refund it if necessary, but you know, it's refurb. It goes back to the manufacturer. They fix it anyways, so just give it a shot. It's a little bit cheaper than the regular product. The regular Wave XLR itself, I believe, is $150, so you get like a $30 discount getting the refurb. Either way, I think that it was a very huge pickup, and you know, getting the Wave XLR and the Pod mic seemed like it was a better investment than running the Shure MV7 on USB alone. So I'm sure the Shure probably sounds good if you were to put that with an audio interface, but you know, at the price point I got these two for, it honestly feels like such a steal. So I would, you know, I'm giving these two, I would give this setup 4.5 stars. The reason I wouldn't give it 5 stars entirely, it's not entirely the fault of the audio interface because I expected it when I picked it up. But I don't like that you can only adjust your microphone and your headphone. If you were able to adjust each of the audio channels that you create through the software without having to use something like a Stream Deck. I have a Stream Deck, but I want to use this knob to adjust, you know, my audio in both my mic, my headset, and all of the audio channels that I create. So the audio channel for Valorant or the audio channel for Spotify. Being able to do that would not be a nice feature. I understand why it doesn't have it, you know, especially for the price point that, you know, 120, you only get so much. But yeah, 4.5 stars. I feel like it's still a pretty good score. It's really good product. So if you're thinking about making some changes to your setup with these two products, like I said, there's going to be some links in the description. And the installation for both of these things are simple. For the pod mic, you just have to plug the XLR cable into the interface. For the interface, you plug it into the PC. And if you want to go further in depth on the installation process for that, I will be going over the installation right now. So that's my review of the two products. I'm going to be doing the installation process. So if you're leaving now, like I said, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching this far into the video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, give a comment on what you think I should review next. And let's get going. Installation time, baby. For those with the Wave XLR, I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up your audio interface after installing the Wavelink software from the Elgato download page. I'll leave links below for you guys. Okay, the first thing you guys are going to want to do is open up Discord, head over to your settings, go to voice and video, and change your input device to the mic in from the Elgato Wave XLR and the output device to the Wavelink voice chat Elgato Wave XLR. After you've done that, open up your volume settings, scroll down to volume mixer, and for each program you want to be able to adjust audio separately, change the output volume option to the corresponding channel. For this example, I want to adjust Spotify, so I set the output device to Wavelink Music. At this point, Spotify and Discord are ready. If you wanted to do a game as well, start up your game of choice, go back to the mixer settings, and set your game's output device to Wavelink Game. Now, you should have all of the basic channels set up for the Wavelink software. For the next step, open up the Wavelink software, and you should be greeted by a black page. I've already added my first audio device, which is the mic, but if you haven't already, click Add Audio, and in the first slot, your mic should appear. In the mic tab, you can adjust your sample rate for your mic, your gain level, as well as whether or not you use phantom power. The pod mic is dynamic, so you don't need it checked. In addition, you can also change how much your headset picks up your microphone audio if you want to be able to monitor your voice. And finally, audio enhancements for those who want to get a bit more advanced with their mics, and color settings for your Wave XLR when you mute and unmute your microphone. Now, in the second lane, click Add Audio, and we can begin to add all of the channels we worked on before starting Wavelink. This first one is the music channel directly tied to Spotify. Any changes on the left-hand nozzle will determine how much I hear from Spotify, and the right-hand nozzle will change how much the stream hears, and it shows on the stream mix stream output at the bottom of the Wavelink software. Once you have them all set up, this is what it looks like. I have the voice chat one connected to Discord. I have game connected to Valorant and Overwatch. And I haven't set up the sound effects one yet, but I'm hoping to set it up with my Stream Deck. Like I mentioned, each bar has different meanings. The headphone bar is adjusting how I hear the audio coming from each of the sources. And the right-hand one affects how the stream hears the audio from each of the sources. After this, you're almost done. Just head over to OBS, go to Settings, Audio, and change your mic/auxiliary device to Wavelink Stream, and that's it. All the audio will route to that source and stream, but you have full control through the software. Now that you have it all set up, I highly recommend that you go back to the Wavelink software and OBS and adjust all of the volumes so that they sit within the yellow bar of the audio mixer on OBS. You don't want it to hit the red. It's going to be too loud. Try to keep it at the yellow or below it. Now, the Wavelink doesn't separate the audio tracks in your Premiere, so a little trick that I use is I change the desktop audio to my game, and I change desktop audio 2 to my voice chat, and I use mic auxiliary audio 2 as my mic in, which is my personal microphone. After I do that, I go back to the audio mixer, I mute pod mic, voice chat, and game in the audio mixer because in stream I only want to hear the Wavelink. I'll go to advanced audio properties, and from here I'm going to separate all of the audio tracks for each of the devices. So for Wavelink, I'm just going to put Wavelink on the first audio track. I'm going to dedicate audio track 2 to my pod mic. My gain volume will be dedicated to audio track number 3, and Discord and any voice chat stuff I use will be dedicated to track 4. After this, I'll go back to settings, I'll head over to output, recording, and I'll make sure I have audio track 1 through 4 enabled. This isn't useful when I'm streaming, but when I'm recording and I want to edit my stuff on Premiere, it leaves the audio tracks pre-separated for me so that if I want to remove some of the audio channels like music and voice chat, or I want to adjust the volumes even more, I can do it without having to worry about messing up the others. Just make sure that your streaming audio track is still set to 1, which is the wavelength. Ooh, that was a lot. However, you got through it, and your audio should be set up, and you should be ready to go live on OBS whenever. So, hopefully you found the video informative, useful, maybe even inspiring. Inspiring enough for you to pick up some new products this season. Yes, sir. If you are interested in picking up this stuff, as I've said several times in the video, their links will be in the description, as well as on my storefront, which will also be in the description. So check it out. You know, it does support me a little bit if you do pick it up from the links below. So like I said, you know, consider it. It's a really good setup for around the $250 price range. If you're a smaller creator, even if you're a bigger creator, honestly, you could get really advanced with these two products. And I like everything in ʟɪᴏ lineup. They just make really good products. So $250, you're getting a lot of quality. You're getting a lot of customizability for your stream. It's worth it. So just pull the trigger. You know you want to. Just do it. Anyways, I'm going to head out now. So, hey, leave a like, subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't, tell me why you didn't like it. If you did, leave a comment. Tell me what I should review next. Yeah? Peace.